Hello, hi, this is Michelle Davis, and I have my placement is at the Christian Family Care Center located in Phoenix, Arizona, and I work in the adoption unit, and I work with mothers who have decided to give their baby up for adoption, and we provide counseling to them. Um, or you can end counseling to also the mothers who gave their baby up, which is I seen very hard for them to give their baby up. But today, I wanted to discuss adoption and what it meant to me. You know, I worked for the county for 15, 20 years, and seen adoption where people didn't want to adopt, or the kids are in foster care. It just looked really bleak and not so positive. You know, the parents were upset because their babies were being taken, or the foster mom was upset because of the way that they did their baby. And what I find at Christian Family Care is that both sides are happy. You know, everybody's happy. The mother who's giving the baby up, she wants to give the baby up. The adoptive parents, they are so gracious for that baby and so gracious for the individual. They want to see that individual do well, and the adoptions are open, and so they even take the baby and visit. And of course, the adoptions at Christian Family Care, you have to be Christian. So I don't know if that, you know, since it's a positive environment, maybe that is why it seems to be positive, you know, all around. But yeah, I just seen a finalized adoption where they came in and signed the adoption papers, and then they had to pay, which is a lot of money to adopt a child that may have been in the system. You know, they could have been, they would have been taken because this particular baby was a heroin baby. And so they found an adoptive parent. She said she waited literally 3 weeks for the baby. And so they adopted the child. It was a baby boy. And they paid $30,000 for an adoption. And I just was like, wow, where do they get this money from? That is a lot of money for adoption. But I guess that's just like if you wanted to conceive a child and you couldn't and do fertility, that's expensive as well. I had relatives that done it that way. That was also $38,000. So I don't know why all this stuff is so expensive for, I guess because it's a human life. And if people want it, I guess they say, well, they'll pay for it. But anyways, so I sat in on that. That was kind of unique in itself. They sign all the papers and they read it. They hand over the check. They give the papers. They look over the hospital records, or they request the hospital records. Mom is not there, but the baby and the new parents are there that are adopting the baby. And then at the end, all the people in the agency, they come and pray for the people. And so, I mean, pray for the couple and the baby, which was kind of unique too and cute. The baby even looked like the dad, and he's not even the bio father, and he said he hears that a lot. So I just was thinking about adoption versus adoption agency, and adoption versus the county, which is, even when I think about the county, it's just one big mess. You know, I used to have a client that said DHS, Department of Hell, headed by Satan. It was one of my clients' little saying. But anyways, it's just such a big maze to even follow through, and so I guess the whole atmosphere is kind of negative. I was wondering if any of you felt that way about the county, just being kind of a negative environment, not very positive. So with that, that's how my week went. Right now, this week I'm working on closing out bills. One of the mothers brought a bill in, and she had the baby in California on a mission trip. And so they sent her the bill for the baby, which she had medical assistance. And so now I'm working on that with her to get that kind of relieved. And if that's not paid, then the adoptive parents would pay. But the adoption was 4 years ago. So I don't know if that's going to be a positive experience, because if I was the adoptive parent and I received a bill 4 years later for $5,200, I'm not going to be happy. But anyways, that's what I'm working on, me and the client. So hopefully that will go well. But as I said, I just want to know, what do you guys think about adoption versus the county? Do you feel that that's kind of messy versus the adoption agency? Thank you, and have a good week. And sorry the video's so fuzzy. I had to go in the laundry room because my house is so loud. Thank you.